could you tell me a little more about, the work culture? You already told me from this one point of view that, hello,
Hi,
good
sir.
evening. How are you?
Good evening. I am good. I am good. Thank you for asking.
Okay. Okay,
How are
wonderful.
you?
I'm fine too. Thank you very much. Okay, so since the last time we met, how are things going? Anything new that in your life that you would like to tell me about?
Yeah, two things happened recently.
Okay.
One is that I had to undergo a surgery
Oh,
for
okay.
removal of my gallbladder, and
Hmm.
another one that in the last one I got a promotion in my. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Such a roller coaster. One good news, one bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, okay. And so the promotion, was it long awaited? Are you happy with the promotion, or do you think the responsibilities are too much now?
Yeah, you are right. Exactly. Though I was happy, but now I have seen that I have been facing a lot of problems due to higher responsibility.
Hmm.
So it has become very difficult to, uh, to negotiate with the work that I have been put into. So
Okay.
anyway, I think it is the initial hazards. After a few days, I think I will be able to control it.
Okay. Did you use the word hazards, by the way? Hazards?
Yes, yes, hazards.
Hazard, actually, yeah, the pronunciation was correct. Hazard, just like lizard. The pronunciation was correct, but I don't think we would use it here. Hazard means something which is extremely dangerous. So, for instance, smoking cigarettes is hazardous, or let's say the if uranium is being transported in a container, on that container we would see the sign of it being there being hazardous material in it. That is something
Yeah,
very dangerous.
I know that, but I have also observed that some of in official terms also it is used that sometimes it is called occupational hazard. So if
Okay, it
somebody
is.
is
We can say it is used to convey this meaning, that of occupational hazard. Okay, so yeah, tell
yeah.
me.
So that's what I was telling that
Okay,
at
could you
it.
tell me a little about it? Occupational hazard in what sense?
I mean the lot of things that you have to face, which
Hmm.
you are not used to earlier. So I have to face
Okay.
so many new things, and which associated with my job, the new assignment.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
like managing the subordinate staff, so
Hmm.
it is very difficult sometimes, particularly in government office. In
Okay.
private office, it is very easy because your command matters, but in government office, sometimes it is very difficult. So
Hmm.
that's what I was.
Okay. Okay. Well, if possible, I will try to check it later on. If possible, I will
Okay.
tell you the meaning within this session, or perhaps we can just Google it later on individually.
Okay.
Yeah, but it could be like such terms exist and they can have a different meaning, but I will have to check it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Since we've started talking about your office, tell me a little more about that, about your colleagues and your superiors, and try to cover two, three different things. First of all, the work environment. How is it like? Secondly,
Mhm.
if there is anything about the work environment that you would like to change, okay, that's the second thing. And the third thing is the personality of your colleagues. How are they really like? Try to describe them. Are they your friends? Are they short tempered people, or do they get irritated? Do they complain a lot? Things like that about how we talk about human beings. So there are three things you have to cover.
Okay. So the post that I have been occupied now is the designation goes like this senior accounts officer in charge of administration. So in administration, what happens that you have to look all the things that is happening in our office, the
That
internal
are happening.
matters.
Hmm.
Yeah. So like a promotion and transfer and fixation of money if somebody is going to leave. So also that one. So every now and then you will be encountered by the colleagues or subordinate officers with some requests, with some demands. So always you will have to be busy with all these things. Sometimes you can do, sometimes you cannot do. Undue demands also are there, which even if you want to, you cannot meet up those demands. This is and from say the higher authorities. So there are always the things have to be done within a stipulated time. There is time bound things. Now I have to got it work. Got the sorry. I have to get the work done by the subordinate officers, officials. Now sometimes I find them. There are a few officers who are very active and and you don't have to say time and again about their work. The moment they are assigned any new tasks, they are always there to help you.
Hmm.
But there are some that you have to.
Just one thing, they are always there to help you. They are always
Yeah,
there to help you.
they are
Okay.
always there to help you. You don't have to go again and again after them to uh, tell about the work. But there are some who does not respond as the way
Do
that
not
you
respond.
want them to. You do not
Hmm.
respond the way that you want them to.
Hmm.
So it's
Okay.
a mix of everything that sometimes you get a positive response, sometimes you don't get. So you have to manage with the
Hmm.
kind of
Okay.
people. Managing
Hmm.
people is a very tough thing to do.
Yeah.
Uh, the kind of personality that I am, I'm a
Hmm.
very introvert kind of person. So sometimes I find it difficult.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So far, have you ever regretted, and I'm using the word deliberately, have you ever regretted that you have an introvert personality, and that in a work culture perhaps it would have been better to have an extrovert personality to be more sociable? Do you ever think like that?
Yeah, I think so. Because sometimes there is something that you need to express, but even though you know that, and if you had expressed in time, it would help you. But
Hmm?
even though I knew, but I could not express it. Yeah,
Hmm.
it happens sometimes.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, so if I had expressed it in time,
Hmm.
it would have helped me. It would
Yes,
have
if I
helped me.
had expressed in time, then it would have helped me.
Hmm. It would have helped with an ed. It would have
Yeah,
helped
help.
me.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's one thing. And continue with the answers. So I asked you three things. First of all, work culture. How is it like? If there's anything about it that you would like to change, first of all, without regarding these two, anything that you would like to add here?
Regarding
Yeah,
change
how
that.
is the work culture, and would you like to change something about it?
Yes, definitely. Because I want to change the work culture. I need everybody to take the responsibility upon their shoulder, so that you don't have to
Shoulders,
tell,
plural.
yeah, shoulders. So you don't have to tell them again and again, and everything will go seamlessly if everybody is on their toes when it comes to perform their work.
Mhm. When it comes to performing, it is
Performing their work.
correct. Yeah, when it comes to performing their work. Okay, okay. Hmm. And could you tell me a little more about the work culture? You already told me from this one point of view that there are different types of people there, some who like to work, some who don't, and so on. Besides that, the work culture, in the sense, do you think you get enough breaks, and do you think the culture there is very friendly, and things like that?
Yes, it is friendly, of course, because we have been in these organizations for a long time. The colleagues, say, some of us are doing in this organization for, say, around 30, 35 years. Now,
Hmm.
what happens that we are, when initially we got this job, we are in the
Hmm.
same level. Now, some of us, by virtue of our promotion, have gone to a level high. So
Hmm.
now it happened that when it comes to issue orders to a colleague who had to be, who once like you at par with you, but
Hmm.
now they are being subordinate. So they also don't like to take it as an order. They
They
feel
don't like to follow orders.
yeah, follow orders is one thing, and they don't like to be treated as they are subordinates
Ah,
because
okay,
they
okay.
think
Hmm.
that he was my friend. We are in the same level. Now he has gone to an upper level, but now you see how he is behaving with us. This kind of gossips also go on in and around the office.
Mhm. That is certainly true. You have raised a very good point. So the thing is that every time someone becomes a boss, this thing they have to face it. Not like someone becomes a superior, they have to
Mhm.
face this. That those of their colleagues who were their friends up until
Yeah,
now, they sort of become their enemies. Uh, and usually the boss, it is the boss who is portrayed as the bad guy, the one who is always shouting or something like that. Do you
yeah.
think that it is the problem of these colleagues of yours, like they have given you a sort of bad image?
No, I would not say that, but
Hmm.
sometimes on my part also, I feel it very hard that I have to be hard on them, but I
Hmm.
cannot do that. If they are not
Okay.
listening to me,
Hmm.
and I have asked them to submit a proposal within a stipulated time, but they are not listening to me and they are not putting up the file in time.
Hmm.
So I have to be hard on them. There are so many uh, measures that we can take against them as per
Hmm.
the codes, the manuals. But we hesitate to do this because
Hmm.
we are in the same office for such a long time and we had been friends. So these are the things that we find it very difficult to take action against them. In government office, there are so many rules and regulations that we can take action if we wish to, but hardly we resort to such kind of action when it comes
Hmm.
to this our colleagues. So
Hmm.
this happens
Uh,
actually. But in
that
your
certainly is there.
private company, you will find that the moment you are you are you sorry, the moment they find them that they are
Hmm.
not listening to the boss, they get a what it is called pink slip.
Okay. What is a pink slip? Actually, I don't know about it.
That is the it is called how to say pink slip means pink.
Okay. Yes.
Did you hear me? What I said? Pink slip means
Uh,
that is
yeah.
your service is no longer required. There is a slip.
Oh, it's called a pink slip. I will take it later on. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's a good idiom. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue. So yeah, you are given a they are given a pink slip. Mm. Okay.
So in private company it happens, but in
Mm.
government office it is very difficult. As you there is saying that in government office it is very hard to get a job. At the same time, when one gets a job in a government office, it is very hard to get him out of that job. It is very difficult.
Yeah. Okay. That
The
is true. That is
procedure is very long. If
true.
you
Mm.
want to remove one person from a government job, the
Mm.
procedure is very long.
Mm. Okay. By the way, is it just the process of giving a pink slip, or do you think all the processes with government jobs are very hectic, they're very long, tedious?
Yeah, it is very tedious because
Mm-hmm.
if somebody has done something wrong, then there will be a committee will be formed to
Okay.
take action against them, and the
Mm.
procedure is very lengthy.
Mm.
The guilty person will be served a charge sheet. Then the committee will see the answer of the charge sheet, and then there will be sitting one, two, third, or whatever what number of sitting is required.
Mm.
And after that, if with the documents that he is proved guilty, then he
Mhm.
may be recommended, the committee may recommend his removal from the service. But
Mhm.
after that also, he has time to appeal to the higher authority. And
Oh,
then
the
again,
bureaucracy, the paperwork.
so it's a very lengthy procedure. So that's
Hmm.
why they are not very much afraid of being taken action against them.
Of
They
taking
think,
action again. Oh, okay, okay. Of
yeah,
being taken action. Okay, yes, yes.
yeah. So they are
Hmm.
not very much afraid of. So they feel careless also. The,
Hmm.
that's what happened in government.
That is that it was a really nice chat, and unfortunately, the thing is that we are running out of time, and I have to correct some errors. All
Yeah,
your
sure,
answers,
sure.
they were very good. I really loved the session. The only, first of all, I will correct the errors. So, there are two,
Mm.
three different expressions that we can use here, like pulling teeth. Pulling teeth, it's used for a certain task which is very time consuming and frustrating and difficult. Exactly what
Okay.
government tasks are like. It is like pulling teeth. Anything with
Pulling
government is
teeth.
like pulling teeth. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then I forgot in the beginning of the session, you were talking about something which is very difficult. I think now that your promotion is, you have got the promotion, the responsibilities you have got, they are difficult. So we have other phrases for that. We can say, first of all, it's an uphill battle. In the sense,
Okay.
how in an uphill battle you always have to go up. You have to go against the gravity.
Yeah,
That's the
uphill task also, you say.
uphill task, uphill battle,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes,
Or we
yes.
can say, it's not a walk in the park. It's not as easy as a walk in the park. It's quite difficult.
Yeah. Walk in the park is very easy.
Walk in the park is something very easy. So it's not
Easy,
a
easy.
walk in the park is
Yes.
something which is very difficult. So
Yes, yes.
advanced level vocabulary, it mainly consists of these only, these idioms, phrasal verbs, and you can check it later on, advanced level collocations. It will give you some idea of what advanced level vocabulary looks like. And
Mhm.
though you are you have a very good command on the language, you use many different words like resort to such things or within a stipulated time. These are all things that you have
Mhm.
learned from your office environment,
Yes,
and
yes,
you
yes.
use them very well. So that's really good.
Yeah.
You speak at a very moderate pace. That is also a good thing. But yeah, of course, vocabulary is something we always just try to keep improving. Even I, at my point, I always just keep learning these new idioms and so on. So every now and then, just try to learn some things, maybe through grammar exercises, vocabulary
Mhm.
exercises, and so on. You know? Okay, that's one thing. Besides that,
So, sir, what I feel is that while I was speaking to you, my structure, sentence structures were not very good. What I felt sometimes I
okay,
stop in between,
yeah.
and so how you suggest, what you suggest to improve on that?
Okay. So something related to that was there. See, it's not sentence structure. Sentence structure would be something related to grammar, and that was correct. There were some grammatical errors. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time to correct it, but some of
Yeah.
them were there. That's okay. But sentence structures were good. As far as the fluency is concerned, I was actually going to point out that the only thing I noticed is that even though your pace is very moderate, you sometimes tend to use the fillers like that is one thing that you do, and I also
Yes.
used to do it when I joined this job. I realized the thing is that if you
Okay.
watch your recordings and just make
Mhm.
sure that okay, I have to point out every time I use it's just you will
Mhm.
understand by yourself when you use it, and you will
Yeah.
understand in that way, like if it is annoying or not. In my case, it happened. I watched my video and I realized that even though I could speak fluently, I was doing this thing because it had become a habit, and I
Yes.
realized
Yes.
how annoying it was for me. I used to do it a lot. So I had
Okay.
to work on it. And once you understand, okay, this is the point, then you're able to work on it. Then it is not a difficult thing. You just know that you don't have to do it, that thing. It is a habit. It will take time, but you will be able to do it once you just catch the error, spot the error. So try to watch your recordings and try to, see it. Besides that, the fluency was very good. The fluency and the sentence structure, everything was good.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. I really enjoyed the session, and perhaps we'll continue the discussion in the session.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Bye bye.
bye. Good night.
Good night. Good night.